Hello, my name is Ryan Harper, and today we're going to be speaking with a Greenville native, Adaisha Strong. She stars in the online movie A Message from Brianna, and it's premiering on BET Plus. So let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Adaisha Strong. I am from Greenville, North Carolina, born and raised, and I'm an actress, dancer, songwriter, aspiring director, and a screenwriter as well. So I actually started, as I said, I was born and raised, and I started dancing and acting. I took gymnastics, I ran track, but I started dancing. My mom put me in dance when I was around like 4 years old. And then I started doing plays. My auntie asked me if I was interested. So at the Aiden Community Theater is where I did my first play as a little girl. And from there, I started doing Greenville plays. I did one play with Whirligig Stage in Greenville. And I also taught some dance classes and all of that. So my roots and everything where I started was in Greenville in the Aiden Community Theater. It was the ability to express myself. I always knew that it was something that I wanted to do. Even before I got into my first class or before I got into doing any plays at all, I would do like little monologues in my head when I was younger. I would just walk around, and I know we all like have like this imagination and stuff, but mine felt really different. It felt like I don't know, it's like almost like I knew how to embody someone else. And I didn't really understand what that meant at the time, but I don't know, like my auntie put me in that she asked me if I wanted to audition for it was a play called Rudolph. And she asked me if I wanted to audition, and I did. And I don't know, I just gravitated to it. And it's something that I can't explain. Like just to be able to story tell, to be able to like tell someone else's story is it's amazing. Yes, so it's about two parents, and they they have this little girl, and basically the storyline is what do you do when you have a child who's been possessed by a spirit. And basically these two parents, they move to this new house and they think everything's great until they realize like their daughter, she just stopped talking, she won't walk. And I don't want to give too much away, but I'm not great with like giving a synopsis without telling the whole story. I have to work on that, but um
Hey, that's good. I mean,
I've never been good with things like that. I don't understand how I've been doing this so long, and I'm like
mhm.
terrible with giving storylines. But overall, like this young couple, they move. Their daughter is being possessed. In the movie, she's being possessed. She stops walking and talking, and really, you just like it raises a question of like, and this is something that has happened in real life, and so it just raises a question like, what would you do if your child became possessed and they're only like 2 or 3 years old? And yeah, it's a really interesting, it's really deep. Like I know you'll probably ask me about all that, but I
Yeah.
love it. I do not like horror movies. I'm the scariest person in my family and friends. They were like, how in the world are you starring in a horror movie? And you're like so scary. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm very scary. And then just to know what my role was, that just was like icing on the cake.
Yeah, I guess because you're not watching a movie, you're being part of it, so you can like separate yourself. I guess is how actors can do the watching horror movies, even though they're not really a fan of them per se. But
Yeah, I still I can't watch it Like I watched this movie, of course, but when I start hearing like the creepy music and stuff, I'm like closing my eyes, and I'm like, when we first watched it together, I had like a little movie premiere party or a movie premiere night with my friends, and it was just a really like I was like closing my eyes because I get startled so easily. I'm like, I can't, like, even though I know what's coming, I don't. I still, yeah, I'm not. So I am signed to an agency in Georgia. That's where I reside. I live in Georgia now, and I am signed to an agency there. And the director went on my agency's page and saw my face and saw my resume. And literally, he from just seeing my headshot on the agency website, he was just like, "You're the one, you're the one." And I didn't even have to audition for the movie. That's what's crazy. Like usually you do have to go through like an intensive round of auditions, and it's very particular, but for this, absolutely not. Like he just said, "I know you're it, I know you're going to kill the role." And so I did it. And I'm just like, I think that just I think that's absolutely amazing to just know that I was like in the right space. And just like when you don't know that something's coming, like usually you have to audition for it, but just to know like this role was handmade for me and picked for me. And I got to embody such a great character. And like I didn't even have to audition for it. And that's just like I knew it was for me. So I read the script. They did give me a chance to like look over the script and stuff. And so I did that. And as I was reading it and I just saw like the character breakdown, I was like, that's the one. Yes. I am working on a series right now, and I'm really excited because I'm really blessed, and I just thank God because I never thought, like, I knew I would act in movies, but in movies and shows and commercials and stuff, but I didn't really, when I was younger, I didn't see myself like writing it. Even though I could come up with like scenes and scripts off the top of my head, I didn't even like, I don't know, I didn't think that was something that would be in the near future. But yes, I already have a series kind of written out. And so now I just have to go in the process of like figuring out which network will pick it up. And I have been given the opportunities to direct like some movies here. I know BT was doing a month where they were celebrating Black women and they wanted Black women to direct. And so like there's opportunities like that coming around. And so I'm like, I'm like in a bliss right now because I don't know, like I from the small town of Greenville, and just to know like, I don't know, it's just amazing. And I just really hope to inspire so many people from Greenville and from the North Carolina area in general. Yes, so you can find a message from Brianna on BET Plus. It is now streaming. You just type in a message from Brianna. If you even go into the BET Plus app, it is already on the featured page. It's probably one of the first movies that you'll see. And you can watch me as I star in that movie. And my role is Crystal. And I really hope you guys enjoy this. It has really like a really deep storyline to it. It's not like your regular or your everyday horror film. It really has a great message behind it, and it's very intriguing.